So we're going to be going over push-up progressions and technique, and also some regressions that we can change the level of the floor or the ease of the exercise if it's harder for you to get full range of motion and good positions with the push-up. So Goose is going to set up in an all-fours position on his knees. Hands are going to be pretty much directly under his armpits. He's going to have a straight line from the top of his head, back of his rib cage, and his tailbone here, his sacrum. So from here, walk your legs back just a tiny bit, and then going to go almost straight-legged. So he's still tall from head, ribs, hips, and heels all in one straight line. And he's going to reach himself away from the ground without letting his sternum dump towards his feet. So his nipple line is going to be pointed straight at the ground. His sternum will be flat with the floor in front of him and will be on the same angle. So from here, he's going to actively pull himself down into the bottom, go about 2 inches from the ground, and then reach himself back into that top position. Again, tall through here, even here and here. Sternum is straight up and down with the floor. Do a couple reps like that. Pull and then reach. So you get an inhale at the top. You're going to go down with your breath held, and then exhale through the top with push-up. Good. Inhale and exhale, reach. Good. And rest right there. So if we need to have a way to regress the push-up or to make it a little bit easier so that we can complete it safely, I can have Goose put his hands up on a box. So I'll just raise the floor to allow for him to keep that tall position as he goes through the rep. So try to get the same head over ribs, over hips, over heels. So sternum is not going to be straight down with the floor. It's going to be on the same angle as his body. Pull yourself down to the bottom. Exhale, reach away from the ground. Good. Pull yourself down to the bottom. Exhale, reach away from the ground. Good. And rest after that. Another way we can regress and move up. Goose is going to use the bar here. A good thing about having a bar on a rack is that there are usually labeled holes or settings that you can use. This is actually one of the only ways that I'll use a Smith machine, because it actually will give you numbers to use and you can progress based on those numbers. So right now, say Goose is at a 20 on this rack. As he goes along in the program, he can go 20, 19, 18, etc. like that. So he's going to be tall here again. The same line from the top of his head to his heels. Sternum will be on that line. Pull yourself actively down, keep that line straight, and reach away at the top. Exhale. Good. Heads up a little bit, and then down. Pulling down, and then reaching away. Good. And exhale. All right. And rest there. So now we're going to work on ways to make the push-up more challenging. So first thing we'll do is elevate the feet. This is going to shift more of the load into Goose's upper body. Put him downhill a little bit. Still going to try to get that position where his heels, his hips, his ribs, and his head are all in one straight line. Good. So from there, hips are there. And then the difficult part here is that since he's tipped down, he has to realize that his sternum is going to be at more of an acute angle with the ground. So go down, stay tall, and reach to the top. Very good. So again, he has more load up into his upper body. It's going to make a higher percentage of the weight in his hands. And reach. And done there. I'll give you a second to break after that. Another obvious progression to use would be a weight vest, or we can use a plate. A lot of gyms don't have weight vests, or they're really smelly and gross. So you can either buy your own and bring it, which is not practical for a lot of people, but if they do have weight plates, you can use this. You can either have a buddy, someone at the gym that's your friend or works there to help you out, or you can help put it on yourself that Goose is going to do here. So he's going to position it over his shoulders and just kind of lower it into place. Make sure he feels safe here. Again, he's going to come forward into that all-fours position. It's actually a pretty great drill to actually keep yourself stable and tall. He's going to reach up into that plate. Good. Lower, and then reach at the way up to the top. Good. Exhale, reach. Good. Push yourself up into that plate through here. Nice. And those are some ways to progress and regress a push-up.